Hello everyone, welcome to our interstellar adventure. Today's theme is aliens. Don't leave. Our people are here. Subtitles: Little Pink fears lifelong jail if named, but plot takes a sudden twist. When the officer asks him, "Was your uncle at your place yesterday?" Little Pink seriously thinks about the ringing issue. It's a crucial moment. Once a kingpin, now he wants nothing to do with the cops. A few folks are hounding him like it's a reality show. They all try to make him ring, but Uncle just stood there looking like a tomato, pondering life's choices. Since the gallery emptied, this area collapsed. Old White and Little Pink took the chance to make art, planning an exhibition. Little Pink with big dreams shouted out his plan. It's gotta be Tuco, him cutting out the middleman. We'll play our own game, so what's your move now? So, Little Pink called in some reliable pals, emotionally swaying them, and everyone praised Old White's art endlessly. Besides, after the gallery incident, this area turned into a big cake, a show bet for making a ton of cash. Everyone nodded in agreement. They all showed off their skill, since the more they sell, the fatter their wallets. Old White and Little Pink were rolling in dough. But dealing with hidden gentlemen meant trouble sooner or later. This day, the beast got cornered by two pestilent bugs. Little Pink was all about business and didn't harm them. The beast lost all his goods in a heartbeat. Hearing that laughter, you could really feel the hidden madness. As soon as this happened, Old White found Little Pink and said he wanted to get bigger. The two bugs had to go. But Little Pink misunderstood him and threw the beast's losses at Old White, thinking it ain't worth ruining a mood over a few bucks. Old White warned him, "If everyone on the street hears that you got robbed yet emerged unscathed, you won't even get a chance to eat then." That evening, Old White brought an item to Little Pink and inquired of him, "Do you think I'm capable of helping you solve the problem?" Just how dangerous undercover narcotics agents can be, our hero Hank and his colleagues awaited the undercover to fly out some goods, only to meet an undercover head instead. Hank was dumbfounded, rushed to the target area, and what he saw made his skin crawl. The head was, bizarrely, tied to a turtle. Wow, the dealer's method was insane. Hank was so grossed out, but little did he know, he just dodged a bullet. His colleagues laughed at him for being naive, but the next second, chaos erupted, and his mocking partner got blown off his leg. Witnessing the carnage, Hank was filled with rage against these dealers, but little did he know, his brother-in-law was the biggest struggler. Ever since the gallery became history, Old White set Little Pink up as someone to be reckoned with in the business world. This laid the foundation for his monopolization, the first target, that pesky couple messing with the market. Although the process was a bit bumpy, ultimately Little Pink took them down, and his fame skyrocketed that day. After this event, Little Pink developed a mental shudder, even pondered about retiring from his career. Old White, realizing, gave him a pep talk, saying, "You're like a pufferfish now, while others are just little fish. Just stomp your foot, and no one will dare to look at you seriously." Listening to Old White's clever words, Little Pink regained confidence, immediately calling his pals, telling them they could start recruiting. To form a huge business empire, everyone got pumped. Then Little Pink reported the meeting's details to Old White. But Old White had another plan. He aimed to monopolize the market and conquer the whole city, making bank. Little Pink was scared by Old White's ambition, familiar yet strange, like after sleepless reading. After a long busy day, Little Pink bumped into his landlady Jenny outside, catching some rays. With the sun still shining, he decided to chat her up. He told her he bought a new widescreen TV with a night view. Plus, it even had 3060 surround sound. Jenny laughed, but she had no clue Little Pink wasn't really inviting her over for a move, and just like that, Little Pink successfully wooed the landlady. But meanwhile, his buddy Curly got caught in a police sting. The moment they heard Curly was nabbed, they panicked, needing to think of a plan to bail him out. To save Curly, Old White found Saul the Snake, a renowned local lawyer. He heard of the case midway. It was said the cops and the DA united for a sting. To spring someone, there was only one way: get Curly to snitch on the big drug lord, Heisenberg. Old White was stunned, since Heisenberg was him. This plan was clearly out of the question. He asked Saul if he had another option. To his surprise, Saul turned and walked off. He really didn't want any part of this case. Old White reluctantly resorted to conventional persuasion. Saul had no choice but to hesitate. That night, just as Saul was about to clock out, Old White and another guy whisked him away to the sticks. Seeing a hole big enough for a body, Saul nearly wet his pants right there. Old White gave him two choices, either take the cash to defend Cully, or he'd end up as yesterday's lunch. Hearing this, Saul realized he was facing the guy he had turned down earlier. To survive, he promised Ted give it his all. He even asked for a token fee for the sake of his lawyer ethics. Next day, Saul defended Cully, promising the cops had get him to reveal Heisenberg. But of course, the condition was Cully's release. If they could snatch the big fish, Hank wouldn't hassle a little shrimp like him. Saul, thanks to his connections, found a doppelganger for Old White, a guy who often took the fall, as long as the price was right. Right now, Old White had more cash than he knew what to do with. Coming up next, a thrilling show was about to unfold. Police released Cully, telling him to contact Heisenberg. But without a scapegoat's photo, Cully's other turned out to be the fake Heisenberg. Cully signaled repeatedly, but he got no response. Later, the scapegoat arrived, and Pink and White saw their plan failing. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for non-stop fun and hilarious content coming your way.